SK Vibemaker.
It's another one, myself, SK Vibemaker. My interviews are hotter, and you know we bring through the best special guests. We ain't changing tradition anytime soon. Now today in the virtual room, I have young Buck and Grammy award-winning producer Drumma Boy. What's going on, gents?
Hey, yeah, boy, what's happening?
Hey, man, what it do? What it do? The whole UK, what's up? What's cracking?
Now, Buck, there was talk a few years ago about you writing a book that was going to tell behind the stories of all the stories that we heard about behind the scenes with G Unit, but we never saw the book, man. I think it was going to be called Behind the Walls or something like that. What's the update, man? Have you begun writing the book? Have you finished the book? Will we ever get a book? What's the status on it?
I'm definitely focused on bringing this book to life. Like you said, I spoke on it a long time ago. The actual book has been started. I wrote it and came up with the concept of the book being in the penitentiary. So I really wanted to start it out from in the beginning of my direction of an artist of my caliber being, locked up in a federal penitentiary, and my experience by being a celebrity and being in prison as well. I got to see a lot of different things. You dig what I'm saying? And learned a lot. Some good, some bad, but it was just an experience that I felt like every artist doesn't experience, and I wanted to really, really bring that to life and show people that, it is two sides to the world. Prison is like a world in itself, and just kind of give people my experience of it and kind of let them know some of the things that I had to do to get through prison, as well as, just the things that happen in prison. Because my experience of prison, like I say, it was real. It wasn't like I was in any kind of protective custody or any of that. I walked the yard with some of the roughest, toughest individuals that you could imagine.
And you was in there as a celebrity.
Fact. So I definitely wanted to, and I did start writing it in prison. I couldn't really find a lot of motivation to write music. So it was kind of easier for me to jot down my day-to-day things that I'm experiencing and seeing. So that's what it is. And it's just kind of rolling over to the fact of me going through so much away from prison that, the title in itself is Behind the Walls, but I feel like I've been even behind the wall outside of prison, So I'm definitely looking forward to putting me a book together, man.
Now, talking about what you just said, even outside of prison, being still behind the wall, you were known before G Unit Records for Cash Money and UTP, and a lot of people do know you for Cash Money, for your involvement with G Unit Records with 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks and that. But we kind of feel like you got a rough deal, if you're honest, man. 50's a big troller. You're not with G Unit Records anymore, but there's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of sour stuff. What's the status of you and G Unit? I know you're not with the label no more, but what's the status of you and 50 and the business, and what's it like at the moment, man?
I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's been a lot of back and forth, like you said, between the both of us. A lot of our issues has been based on business. I just made the decision at this point to, let it all go in a sense. It's just so much back and forth, and I let go and let God and just kind of put everything in his hands in regards to that. I have no problem with none of the individuals in G Unit. You dig what I'm saying? Banks, Yayo, and any of the other guys that may be amongst there. There's no ill will feelings. My situations was based amongst business with 50, and 50's gonna be 50. And it is what it is. I just choose to move on and kind of put it off into the music at this point and just stay as positive and give as many positive vibes as I can from this moment on out. And my music speaks for itself.
Straight up.
It's like I can sit here and troll back and forth and play that game, but it doesn't do anything for the fans in regards to what they're actually there for. And I think the fans want to hear the music. And that's my focus, is just making some of the best music I've ever made in my career. And like I say, Bombs 3 is definitely a project that's opening that door and allowing the world to see and hear Buck again. And I think I've been missed for a while by just going through a lot of trials and tribulations. And now people are hearing me, and it's like, yeah, bro, you know, he's better than he's ever been type of situation. You dig what I'm saying? And like I say, man, the motivation is my greatest payback at this point that I can do is be successful. And that's my focus, bro.
Straight up. Drumma Boy, you have the big tag that a lot of people might hear when they hear a Drumma Boy production, which is let me keep it clean, but listen to
this track.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Listen to the. How important do you feel like the producer tag is in 2021, Drumma Boy?
Jazzy Faye used to always tell me, man, hey, say something on your beats. Talk on them, put your tag on them. Way bigger than the tag. The tag just like the label in the neck. It's definitely important, and it just helped me be more recognized facially, and people getting familiar with my face, people familiar with my voice. And not only do they book more music and more beats, but now people want me to write for them. People want me to do hooks. People want me to do features. People want to feature me on their songs. So, you know, it just put me in a whole different platform, like on some DJ Khaled for real. You know what I'm saying?
What advice have you got for budding young producers getting in the game that need to get their business straight?
The first part of the game with business and producers is copywriting your music. You know, you ain't really protecting much if you sending out all your music to everybody, but nothing is copywritten. So that would be the first piece of business that I do, is copyright my music before I send it to anyone. And then the other part of that is to have, you know, a manager or somebody in place that can answer the phone. You know what I mean? Or pick up the phone when things start getting booked, because I don't got time to answer the phone all day. I'm making beats. I'm in my vibe. I'm staying creative. So somebody else can handle answering the phone, scheduling, and making sure whoever get to me, they official. Whoever get to me, and by the time they get to me, the money already there, proof of funds. You know what I mean? Because people will be like, oh, I got the money, just to get to you, get next to you, soak up your energy, soak up your game, and then peel out like, oh, let me go get the bread. I didn't know you wanted me to bring the money, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? And then never show back up. You know what I mean? So I just, man, I need to see proof of funds, bro. I'm not playing with nothing. I'm not listening to no music. Even if you email me music, I don't even listen to emails, man, unless I'm in your face. Send me email, I will never open that joint. You know what I'm saying? Because people will be like, oh, you stole my music. Oh, you got the idea from me. Oh, let's go to my email. I ain't even open it.
That's some sound advice right there, man. Straight up. So Buck, we had very sad news recently about DMX's passing. You know, a legend in the game, sick music catalog, discography, touched so many. I saw you post up about him, you know what I mean, on your IG, and you had the message where you said you'll never forget the words that he told you in Atlanta. Share some of those words that he said to you, man, and your DMX memories.
Man, first and foremost, rest in peace to DMX, one of the biggest legends in rap. We lost a god to the industry in a sense. You know, he's always had his trials and tribulations that he experienced, but he's always gave an energy that's going to be forever missed, whether it was through prayer or just his presence in itself when he grabbed that microphone, rocked on the stage. So I definitely want to send my condolences out to his family and all the loved ones that was there. But I had an experience of kind of rocking around DMX. I think it was 2004, 2005 at the Rock the Mic tour. And he was a wild guy. You know, who DMX is matched his actual personality. So we were able to really kind of like lock in because I'm the same individual. You dig what I'm saying? And I hadn't seen him in a long time until I was out in Atlanta working. I actually was out in Atlanta working with Drumma Boy at the time. And I got back to my hotel, and the hotel was like, yo, DMX is here. And I'm like, man, bro, I got to holler at X. So I had reached out to, I think I bumped into somebody that was managing them or something like that, road manager at the time. like, yo, I'm in the same hotel, tell X to come out.
Straight.
He came down and you know, it was kind of like a quick little reunion, letting them know what I was doing and what I had going on. But I had been going through so much, and X just told me, you know, you're one of the greats, but, you know, nobody can determine your success. So whatever you do, don't stop. Keep going. You understand? And everything is going to make its way for you. You know, you just can't stop. You know, the things that we go through in life makes us who we are. And just hearing them words from Nick was just like a breath of fresh air for me, because at that time I hadn't ran into a lot of fellow industry guys that I've either met or had relationships with. And I had built this thing with myself where it was like, you know, I'm not really going to try to go dive off into creating a relationship that ain't been there with a lot of these guys as well. So, you know, X just gave me that feeling that I needed. And honestly, he plays a part, his words plays a part in why I'm sitting right now in front of you and interviewing, because he just gave you that, you know, seeing X in person and hear him actually speak to you and look you in your eyes and say things like, you know, you one of the greats, you know, I love you, bro. I love your music. You know, these little bumps in the road, it's nothing. They can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? And it just gave me that energy. Honestly, like I say, I was out there working with Drumma. I think I went and created one of the records that's on B.O.M.B.S 3 with that energy that I was just given from DMX, you know, and it was just the simple words of, you know, real words of encouragement to tell me, hey, man, keep going, bro. You know, your time is going to be what you make it, and it's going to get here whenever it's time for you to get, you know, he's very spiritually. So like you say, we on God's time and you're a part of God's plan, but nobody can stop that.
I was speaking to DDG recently, and in the light of the rise in rappers being murdered over the last few years, Pop Smoke, King Von, I could go on and on with the list, you know what I'm saying? It's been crazy over the last few years. He said that being a rapper in America is one of the most dangerous jobs in America. What's your take on that, Young Buck?
I definitely think it is. You know, the things that we speak on in the music for a lot of artists is you know, street based. And a lot of the artists that's in the game are either coming from the streets or know somebody in the streets or surrounded by individuals that are in the streets. It makes us a target, you know what I'm saying, by not only the individuals of the streets and coming from these harsh environments that we come from, but from those individuals such as the police that don't actually care for the content that some of us artists put out there and judge us from the words that we say in the music. And it almost puts them in a place sometimes, I've realized, where they feel like they have to overdo their jobs, you know, and give us the persona of, you know, since you're speaking on this or you're speaking about this, then this is how we're gonna, you know, treat you based off the words that you give into your music. You know, I've watched a lot of these artists like you have, you know, lose their life in situations where some of them could have been avoided, I think, from my own opinion. But some of these situations, artists are put in the environments of these individuals or make music where it brings the artist into that environment of where some of the things that the artists may speak on is really happening, whether it's murder, drugs selling or whatever. You know, those are the consumers of the music that a lot of us put out that's actually from those environments. And the repercussions come from having to be still in that environment or having to go off into that environment. And everybody's not successful. So sometimes, you know, individuals look at you to be a part of their success, whether it's robbing, you know, trolling, whatever the case may be. And it just makes us a bigger target, as well as the financial side of things. You know, we make a lot of money in this game, and It's a lot of individuals in the world that appreciate the music, but they're starving at the same time. And they may love you, but still for that one moment that they're able to actually be there with you or around you, it's like, you know, they make sometimes decisions on whether, you know, they take that decision and turn it into, you know, something that could be detrimental to an artist as well.
Real talks. Spoken about a lot of real stuff today, man. B.O.M.B.S 3 is out now, the collaborative mixtape, Young Buck, Drumma Boy. Drummer, what do people need to know before they press play on this project, man? What are they going to get from this drummer?
You're going to get a masterpiece, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to give you too many words and whatnot, but it's just a masterpiece, man. I put 100% of me into it. Buck put 100% of him into it. And I think we captured every moment possible that you could imagine. And I think we answered every question possible that you could imagine. You know what I mean? And it's really, man, pound for pound, one of my best bodies of work. You know what I mean? So
I feel the same way
go
too.
Download it. The video's going crazy, numbers going crazy. We got 3 videos out so far. Ridiculous, Come Through, Ashtray. We about to shoot Bad Cane, Living, 2 Aces. So, you know what I mean? Like, we giving you a video for every song, you know what I'm saying? At least majority of the project we're gonna have out visually on my YouTube channel, Drum Squad TV, on Young Buck TV, and a lot of the videos are even on Black Fly TV currently, man. So definitely support our YouTube channel, subscribe, and download the project, bro.
You concur, Buck?
I put in a lot of work in the studio. I haven't lost a beat. You know what I'm saying? And then just having that brother by your side, like Drumma Boy, that's not only just talented in what he does, but gives a lot of direction in regards to me as a person away from the music that just came out into this. I poured it all into the project. So B.O.M.B.S 3, like he said, is definitely one of my best bodies of work. I released the project almost a week or 2 before that. It's a 10-song EP, and it's titled The Vaccine. So you definitely want to go get that and take that vaccine, you know, versus then a lot of these vaccines that they trying to get out there. Go get the Young Buck vaccine.
Straight
and
up.
And it's definitely one of those tapes as well that you're gonna see the growth in me as an artist.
We look forward to seeing you in the UK either at the end of this year or 2022. You know what I'm saying? It's been another big one. Myself, SK Vibemaker. My interviews are hotter with Young Buck and Drumma Boy. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
SK Vibemaker.